Some movies flop hard, but not every actor is willing to admit it. From defending box office disasters to calling out critics and audiences, these stars refuse to accept the failure label. Whether they stood by their work or pushed back publicly, their reactions were just as dramatic as the movies themselves. Dwayne Johnson didn't stay quiet when Black Adam struggled. He pushed back hard. After comparisons to Black Panther, Wakanda Forever made the film look weak. Johnson fired back, insisting there was no real competition and pointing out that Black Adam was a brand new property still growing. When reports labeled it a bust, he doubled down, claiming the movie would still turn a profit and framing it as the start of a long-term franchise. He even compared its performance to the first Captain America film and reportedly shared financial details to counter the narrative, making his defense unusually public. Taylor Kitsch didn't accept that John Carter was a failure. He pushed back against that label completely. After the film became one of the biggest box office disasters of its time, Kitsch insisted he didn't see it that way at all. He stood by the movie, saying he was incredibly proud of it and would do it all over again. He even pointed out that the film still made over $300 million, framing that as a positive outcome. Most of all, Kitsch defended his own work, stressing that he gave everything he had to the role and had no regrets about his performance. Johnny Depp didn't accept that The Lone Ranger failed, and Armie Hammer went even further. After the movie lost massive money and faced heavy criticism, Depp brushed off the backlash, suggesting the negative reviews were written long before the film even came out, based purely on expectations. Hammer, meanwhile, fired directly at critics, arguing that many reviews focused more on outside factors than the movie itself. He claimed the negativity snowballed once the film struggled, with people jumping on the bandwagon to bash it as both stars pushed back against the flop narrative. Anne Hathaway didn't let Serenity's failure shake her. She pushed back and stood firm. After the film struggled with critics and audiences and failed to earn back its budget, Hathaway took to social media to defend it. She acknowledged that the movie worked for some people and didn't for others, but made it clear that didn't change how she felt about it. Going further, she rejected the idea of calling it a failure at all, framing it instead as a learning experience. Despite the backlash, Hathaway remained unwavering in her support for the film. Taron Egerton didn't just star in a box office flop, he openly pushed back on what it became. After Robin Hood failed in theaters, Egerton made it clear the movie audiences saw wasn't what he originally agreed to. He explained that the project had been pitched to him in a completely different way, but somewhere along the line, things changed. According to him, the film ended up being shaped by too many voices, losing its original vision in the process. Egerton even shared that he wasn't happy during filming, making it clear he separated himself from the final result. Jennifer Lopez didn't sugarcoat Gigli, but she still defended it. After the film crashed at the box office and was widely mocked, Lopez openly admitted it wasn't good. Still, when pressed, she pushed back, insisting there were worse movies out there. Instead of denying the backlash, she pointed to what was happening behind the scenes, explaining that her real-life relationship with her co-star drew massive attention during filming. According to Lopez, that outside spotlight became part of the problem, making the movie's failure about more than just what ended up on screen. Matt Smith didn't panic when Morbius became a joke. He shrugged it off and faced it head-on. After the film was criticized and mocked online, Smith openly acknowledged that it had been thrown under the bus, but refused to let it define him. Instead of getting defensive in a negative way, he kept things in perspective, pointing out that, at the end of the day, it's just a film. He made it clear that sometimes things simply don't work out, and there's nothing more to it. Rather than blaming others, Smith chose to move on without letting the failure drag him down. Zooey Deschanel didn't back away from the happening, she actually defended it and even questioned the audience. After the film was criticized and failed to match expectations, Deschanel stood by the project, pointing to the director's clear vision and explaining that everyone was trying to bring it to life. She suggested the movie may have been aiming for a stylized horror approach, but that people didn't fully understand it. Even with the negative reception, Deschanel said she had a great time making the film and showed no regret about being part of it. Toby Kebbell didn't turn his back on Fantastic Four, he defended what fans never even got to see. After the film collapsed at the box office and became surrounded by behind-the-scenes chaos, Kebbell revealed that a completely different version once existed. He claimed the director had cut a much darker film that audiences would never get to watch. Even with script changes and production struggles, Kebbell didn't distance himself from the failure. Instead, he said he was proud of his performance and admitted he felt just as heartbroken as fans, standing by the project despite its reputation. Jennifer Hudson didn't back down when Cats shocked audiences. She stood by it. After the film was widely criticized and left viewers baffled, Hudson defended the project instead of distancing herself. She explained that the reaction may have been overwhelming and suggested the movie was misunderstood. Rather than rejecting the backlash, she believed opinions could change over time. Even with all the negativity, Hudson made it clear she was still proud to be part of the film and embraced her role as Grisabella, showing no regret about joining one of the most talked about flops in recent memory. Billy Eichner didn't just defend Bros, he called people out. After the film underperformed at the box office despite strong reviews, Eichner went on a public rant, blaming audiences for not showing up. He specifically pointed to straight viewers, saying they didn't turn out for the film, and even called out those who avoided it. Instead of blaming the movie itself, Eichner doubled down on its quality, highlighting its critical praise and recognition as one of the best comedies of the century. His reaction turned the flop into an even bigger conversation.